Okay, we're at the front of the home. We're in the parkway between the curb and the sidewalk. This is your water meter. Now it's kind of difficult to determine, but inside, if you can see that white dial inside of there, there's a little metallic sprocket, and it's a flow indicator. Some people call it cheater wheel or cheater paddle, call it what you will, but it's very sensitive. And if it's moving, that means water's moving. And so I've got that. I don't know if my shadow helped or hurt there. I'm going to go into the water a little bit and just kind of look at this, but I'm seeing it with my eyes, and it's not moving. We are passing the water meter test. If that helped or not. But for today's practical purposes, we've passed the water meter test. And it was difficult to see because the ground is saturated. We already had a discussion about that. The ground is saturated. Now, this over here is a lateral line for the whole block. This is not your sewer clean out. It says clean out on it, sewer lateral clean out, but that's for the municipality. Now, this is probably Tennessee and Common. These are probably not your retaining walls. It's probably in your HOA, your homeowners association group. But if a retaining wall is farther than twice its height structure, then it should have no immediate effect on foundation performance. It does not apply. It's beyond the scope of this inspection. Handrails, like these steps, are also homeowners association issues. I can tell that the top step is not dimensionally uniform with the other steps. But again, that's not us. So, it could also be wide enough that it's considered two steps, and so that would not apply. I've got some high soil here. One thing we didn't talk about when we talked about the exterior is the rain gutter right there. The butt end of the rain gutter, that butt end, should not be closer than 2 inches to the periphery. You've got it at some other places. Oh, this is your neighbor's front door, so it doesn't apply to you. This one over here, right there, is less than 2 inches. Remember I was talking about cleanouts? These are your cleanouts. These are your sewer cleanouts. You got double cleanouts over here on the west side of the front porch, the front patio. Double cleanouts. One goes this way, one goes that way, so that you can always, nothing gets trapped in the middle. And that's where you put your snake, or your auger, or your rotor-rooter. It's really a snake. It's really an auger. It's really an auger. This is the closest bib faucet to your meter. So this is where we check the water pressure. Now they've changed the requirements to where you shouldn't have more than 80 psi, and that's always been the case. A few code cycles back, there was a minimum of 40. I still use that as a guideline. I'm just old school. Even though it might not be technically incorrect, I feel like that's not what probably. And that's not flow. Okay, pressure and flow are different things. They're related. You want good flow, and you want good pressure. And what we have here is about 70 psi. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Now, the window's right here. Okay, got little weirs in there. Can't talk enough about the drainage. Coming on along. This is an example. I got a better one. And you're going to see this in the air conditioning section. Okay, but your downspouts is below grade. But you've got a strap holding it to the wall. You got another strap holding it to the wall. And up there you've got a strap holding it to the wall. And this whole distance right here, you do not have any additional straps. You see plenty of daylight where it's bowing out from that. Okay? I don't have a code reference for you, to be honest. But if it were my house, I would have another strap up there. I mean, the way the wind, you know, with the capabilities of the wind, this is your back faucet. That's your gas meter entering the house. I already talked about that with the exterior video. You already saw me talk. I find this bonding to be acceptable. Other people might share different opinions.